What is up, Willpower Nation? Welcome back to another video. Okay, so I think you guys are really gonna enjoy this topic. I am totally gonna freestyle this, but it's gonna be good because it is all about intuitive eating. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, what is intuitive eating? Why is it important? Maybe you've heard of it. Maybe you've heard of the word intuition. So why am I even bringing this up to you guys? Because you're going to start hearing a lot about it. It's going to be a trending thing in the industry, just like you've heard of paleo and you've heard of keto and all these different things. Well, let's just break down. I'm giving you guys some insider information on what it is and why it's so important. It is something that when you get done learning about it, you're going to feel cool that you knew about intuitive eating. So let's think the word intuition, intuitive, right? It's a feeling that you get. It usually comes from the pit of your stomach, like a gut feeling. So the basis for intuitive eating is this. If you think of any diet you have ever done, I'm talking to you, any diet for however many years you've been in this health and fitness thing, okay? Any diet, any goal, any weight loss, any muscle gain, any health, any wellness. This is the one thing that we are all trying to get to. And it is the one thing that we are already doing when we're not on a diet or a program or whatever the case may be. Intuitive eating is the ability to choose foods for your body in that specific moment in time that is needed for multiple different reasons. Just internally to heal you or whatever your body is deficient or lacking in, but also taste, culturally, and lifestyle. Intuitive eating is the ability to take everything that you've ever learned and do it effortlessly or mindlessly without ever having to read a diet or track your macros or stay within paleo or just eat keto or just drink your shakes or always cleanse. It's a state that we've all hoped we would get to, but we never quite got there. You know, it's like when I reach my goal and I lose my weight and I put on my muscle, I'm going to be able to do this as a lifestyle. And we never do, ever. It's probably why you're watching this video or why you've watched another video of some other person in the industry. Now let's talk about the industry in general. The industry is designed to create dependencies, because if dependencies are created, then you as the customer never leave, okay? Personal trainers, dietitians, doctors, whatever the case may be. Create a dependency. Whenever you have now I know I'm getting a little psychological here, and this is a nutrition thing, but it's very important to understand when we're talking about intuitive eating. The dependency thing, right? Of course you're supposed to have a dependency. Why would anybody want you to know how to eat on your own? If you did that, you would never buy anything. You would never buy the supplement that promises you to lose weight. You would never buy the diet program that promises you to lose 20 pounds. You would never hire the trainer to put muscle on you. You would never hire the trainer to get you to lose weight. You would never invest because you would know how to do it on your own. Therefore, nobody would make any money. So the dependencies are designed in a way. Now, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole because, I'm kind of talking about my own programs here, right? Willpower programs. We do macros. So the idea of intuitive eating is a place, now stay with me, this is a place that we all want to get. We all wish we could get there, right? Why can't I follow that program and then just be able to do this on my own? I don't want to have to measure food the rest of my life. I don't want to have to track the macros. As a matter of fact, I don't want to have to go to the gym 6 days a week. And I don't want to have to rely on a workout or a trainer to tell me what to do in the gym. I want to just be able to do it. I want this healthy exercise and eating to just be a lifestyle. Why is that so hard to ask? That state of being is intuitive eating. You do it intuitively. So now we understand that's the place we're all trying to get. We could just never get there. But let's talk about some key component aspects of what it, before I tell you how you guys how to get there, let's talk about some components of what it even means to be an intuitive eater, because I'm an intuitive eater now. You want to know how long it took me to get here? 16 years. Well, 15, because I've been intuitively eating for a few, like 2 or 3 years. It took me 15 years for the light bulb to go on and realize these are the things that it took to be an intuitive eater. Now, I would hope that it's not going to take everybody 15 years, but what I can do is I can break down the philosophies that I realized built the foundation for what it means to be an intuitive eater, because you can be an intuitive eater. You want me to tell you why? Because you're already doing it. You're doing it when you don't have a trainer, when you're not on a plan, when you're not tracking your macros, when you're not following a diet, when you're not cleansing, when you're not drinking on a program or whatever. You're already doing intuitively eating. Just think about this. When you go eat a cheat meal or a reward meal or whatever you guys want to call it, when you're not eating on a plan, do you calculate the things you're doing? Do you measure the foods you're eating? Do you look at the calories? No, you just eat based off of what you feel like eating, right? That's intuitive eating. So why can't you do that with healthy food and clean food and things that are going to make your body look and feel better from the inside out? Why? That's the burning question. Well, the burning question is because for what you base your decisions on, now let's use you in the bad place, the cheesecake, the pizza and whatnot. I'm not saying those things are bad, and I'm going to get to that. What is fueling the decision making for what you choose intuitively on, AKA a subconscious level? What is that? The foundation for which you choose is not the foundation for which where you want to be. You see what I'm saying? The concepts, the conditionings, the history, the memory bank, the experiences are triggering the choices that are causing the subconscious choices to choose the foods in that moment. Now, think about this, okay? Now we're going to sidetrack here. When you are intuitively eating, now I'm not, most of us are not doing it for healthy reasons. When you are intuitively eating for bad reasons, you're not necessarily pre-planning it. You don't think about what has happened before or what you're expecting from this meal. You're just eating right then and now in the moment. Let me tell you something that you have to be in order to be an intuitive eater. You have to remain in the present moment. Now, this is going to start making a lot of sense to you guys. Think about when you're on a diet or a program or a workout program or whatever. You are influenced by two things. And the two things are what are driving you further away from your intuitive ability to eat. Thing number one is a conditioning in your mind. Past experiences create a conditioning habit, right? Let me give you an example. I shouldn't eat carbs. Carbs are bad. Why? That's a conditioned thought from what you have been told over and over and over and over again in your past. Yet carbs have never really done anything negative to you. You automatically have, when you go to sit down and you're choosing your foods from a healthy perspective, not to eat carbs based on a past conditioning, okay? Past. Now, scenario number two that influences your ability to choose foods is your expectation, which resides in the future. So it has not happened yet. It is not real. Let me give you an expectation example. Well, I'm not going to eat this because I want abs. If I don't eat this, I'm going to have abs. The thought of existence of the abs is not real, okay? It's a future expectation. Now, look, There's nothing wrong with having goals and setting realistic expectations. But my point is the power of choice with intuitive food choices in the moment. Okay? That is a very, very important aspect. Okay, guys? So now I want you to think about this. If you are intuitively eating, you have to eat in the moment. So if you are in the moment, it is impossible for you to be influenced by your past conditionings or your future expectations, because psychologically, you're right here, you're in the center, you're in the present moment. Do you notice that when you are intuitively eating and you are not on a diet, you are in the moment? What do I feel like right now? What do I want right now? You are not thinking of anything else. It is a very good feeling. Now, the repercussions of the bad food is not good, but in the moment, it's good, right? Now, imagine if you could tap into that intuitive ability to eat food and you could listen in that moment to what your body needs. Not what the past told you, not what the future doesn't even exist is telling you, what your body actually needs right now. For example, sometimes you will crave red meat. Well, maybe it's not just because you're craving red meat because it tastes like red meat. Maybe you have an iron deficiency. Have you ever craved sugar or fruit? Maybe you're deficient in glucose, or maybe you're deficient in a vitamin or mineral that is commonly placed in fruits. How does your body know this? Your body is extremely smart. How does it know this? It goes into its memory bank and says, hey, look, I'm deficient in something. Okay, you're deficient in iron, you're deficient in B vitamins, you're deficient in vitamin C or vitamin D or whatever. It's going to give you cues of what is wrong internally so you can fix it with food. Symptoms, sicknesses, weight loss, muscle gain, amino acids, glucose, fat, hormones. See what I'm saying? Your body is always telling you what it needs. You're just not listening in the right state of mind. Okay, does that make sense? Because when you're on a diet or when you're on a program, you're so fixated on that end result or all that conditioned past that led you to here that you lose your ability to be in the moment. That is a true intuitive eater. That is somebody who in the moment can dictate exactly what they need and why they need it. I'm low on energy, I need carbohydrates. What are good carbohydrates? I'm low on protein or iron, I need amino acids. What are those? These are things happening on the subconscious level, guys. This is not a conversation that you are actually having with yourself. I'm telling you because I know what is happening on the subconscious level when it's giving you these cues. Now, the next question, and there's going to be 2 more parts and I'm done with this video. The next question becomes, well, why does your body choose bad foods and then you have to be on a diet plan to choose good foods? That's a great question. The answer to that is because you built your intuitive foundation off of bad foods. Habitually, over time, built your body's foundation for its intuitive food choices. Now, what if you were to rebuild those foundations? What if you were to rebuild those foundations, but the only way that you could rebuild the foundations is you would have to do it in an intuitive state of mind. But if you think logically here, it is 100% possible to rebuild the foundation for which your body chooses foods. You've clouded your body's intuitive judgment by what you have trained it to consume. You can train it to consume the good foods so that in that present moment, when you think intuitively, you are going to crave or want good, healthy food, and you're actually going to want it. It's not going to be forced. That is when you create the homeostasis internally and you create the mind and body connection that you've always been looking for with food. I really hope that makes sense. So the next burning question is, cool story, Will. How the hell do you do that? This is what I've discovered. You have to set yourself up in programming. You have to create the dependency just to destroy it. Does that make sense? If you go in with the intuitive mindset for what you're doing, you are going to put yourself in a controlled environment in a program. This is why I like macros. You're going to put yourself in a conditioned, a controlled environment with parameters, right? Like let's use macros for an example, or any diet. But your mindset is not in the future expectation, nor is it in the past conditioning. It's right here in the present moment. So you know the things you are doing, the choices you are making, the things you are the things you are forcing yourself to eat are building the foundation. It becomes a mental game. These are the foods that are building a foundation. Why am I eating these foods? What are they doing? Why am I eating these foods? What are they doing? That is education. What is the one thing that you lack every time you've gotten on a program? Hired a coach, downloaded a workout, downloaded an exercise. What is the one thing that nobody gave you? Education. What is the one thing that they promised you? An end result. Where does the end result live? In the future expectation. What did they build their premises on? Your past conditioning. Don't eat the carbs, go keto. Don't do this, have the shakes. Don't do this, follow the macros. See what I'm saying? You are out of alignment mentally, so you will never get to the place that you want to get no matter what diet you go on. That's why you keep doing different diets. You see what I'm saying here? So what do? You reprogram your foundation for intuitive eating. The only way to do that is through programming, but with intention. Intention to create the dependency only to destroy it on your own terms. This is why I like macros, because you can create the environment. Why macros? Because macros are extremely flexible. You can choose what you want. So if you are in an environment to learn macros and you are getting educated within a community on what the foods do and why they do it, and you are in the right mental state in the present moment, knowing that you are rebuilding the foundation for which you intuitively choose foods, you need to do this over a consistent period of time. You need to add variety. Why do you need variety? Because you want your intuitive memory bank that you are building, that you are rebuilding, you want variety, so you have different options to choose from when that time comes that you are actually being intuitive in the environment that is completely working against you, right? You want more choice. Choice is power, guys. When you are empowered through education and you have more choice, you execute. Results come. They will come. Remember, it is not about the end result. It is about the journey. And the only way to appreciate and to learn and to build the foundation on the journey is to be in a present state of mind. You have to be intuitive. So this is what I would encourage you to do. You got to get on a program, but you have to do it with intention. That is not your coach's job. That is not your friend's job. That is your job. To build, you have to understand this concept to build the intuitive foundation for what you will intuitively choose food for the remainder of the time when you are ready. Not when your coach tells you, not when you lose the 5 pounds, not when you gain a little bit of muscle. When you are ready, that is when you go. This concept is what we teach. This is why I'm so passionate about what we do. This is why I can tell you that yes, we do macros, but we create the dependencies only to destroy them. That is what we do, because we are not about dependencies. That is not the lifestyle we are looking for, but we will create them to destroy them. Now, I won't sit here and say my program is the only program that will do this. It's not. If you go into any program with intention, you can do this on your own, okay? You can do this. You can do this by downloading a diet. You can do this by following any type of meal plan. But you have to do it with intention. That's the difference from all the other diets you've been doing. That is what we coach. That is what we teach. Now, if you want to read more on this intuitive eating thing, I did a blog. So go over to the website, will-powered.com. You will see that there is a blog section. Please click on the blog. Please read it for me. If you connect with the blog, please share it. That would be super cool, because that's my first blog that I ever wrote. And I'm like kind of riding this blog train. I feel like I'm a professional blogger, but I'm not. I just wrote it. It basically breaks down, in even better than this video, what intuitive eating is. So I highly recommend you reading that blog. Please share this video. It will be located in Will Powered Nation Facebook group. Please bring people into the group. It's free. Please comment on this video, whether you're watching it in Willpower Nation, the Facebook group, or in our Willpower Nation newsletter. If it's in the newsletter, you're getting this directly to your email every Friday. You can sign up for that newsletter as well. I would appreciate some feedback on this topic, guys. This is a psychological topic that has everything to do with the physical component of your transformation. This is an important topic. I'm telling you right now, when the light bulb goes off with this, it's game over. You can literally you will do programs just to sharpen your intuitive foundation, to go do it on your own. That's how much confidence you will have. Hope you guys got a lot out of this. I know it was a little different, a little bit psychological, but a lot of fun. I'm very passionate about this topic, and I promise you I will do another video. We will go in depth on it. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the group. Please go read my blog, share it, do something. Let me know, give me some feedback. I would love it. But other than that, I'm out of here, guys, and I will see you next week. Thanks.